Good morning. Friday. There's a few things going on which I'm a little surprised about for a Friday, but I guess they're trying to get everything in before the Easter weekend. First of all, Trump, who is basically claiming poverty so that he can't put up a bond, is about to get $3 billion richer with the acquisition of, or the merger of his Truth Social platform and another social media platform. Uh, you know, I don't know how that got to be legal, but it is, and I don't know how he cannot afford a bond now, and he's begging everybody to do it. I know his, I forgot what they said. 200. It's either 230,000. I think it's like $230,000 a day. His people have to come up with for legal legal funds. It should be a lot more than that because they should be pushing more cases against him. He should be actually at trial for treason, in my opinion. But nobody listens to me, so what's the big deal? That's why I get to say what I want to say, and I don't worry about anything because nobody listens to me. I'm just a fat guy sitting down in Colombia. Says, what the hell is this guy in Colombia know? Well, I have a computer, and with the computer, I have access to every news service in the world. And I look up stuff all the time. That's what I do. People come with me with questions. If I can't answer it, I go look it up and I give them the answer. Sometimes they don't like it. Let's see what else is going on. Russia and China are vetoed the U.S. UN proposal for ceasefire in Gaza. Of course, they don't want a ceasefire. They want us occupied, all our diplomats occupied, our defense strategists occupied with Gaza or the Ukraine. Therefore, they can go do what the hell they want in other places in the world, like in the Philippines and in Taiwan, and that's China and Russia's looking everywhere to do something screwy. They're just that's just stupid shit. The war is. Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, you have, excuse me, you have the Jewish government, their leader, I can't pronounce his Netanyahu or something like that. He basically, it doesn't make sense because they're doing a lot of what they claim the Palestinians and what have you did in that first attack. Now, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know a lot of people that were there during the first attack that I would trust. There's people that were there, but like I said, I don't know whether I would trust them to tell the truth or not. That's, that's neither here nor there. What was the other thing? Now we're up to Trump's lawsuits. He's got one against. He wants to stop all the January 6th lawsuits till after the election or something like that. And I said to myself, he wants to do that not because he needs time to mount a defense, but he figures he's going to win the election, and if he wins the election, or even if he if riots start after he loses and all this chaos that he's predicting comes to be, he won't have to worry about them because they'll get rid of those lawsuits. If he's president, he's just gonna just have them all dismissed. He's got that immunity thing that he's pushing for. I have another thing written down here. The trouble with getting old? I can't read my writing, so screw it. But Trump's getting richer. He's got no money, and I said this for years. That years ago I learned when I was in the food industry, in the restaurant industry, and whatnot. I learned an interesting fact. The Nestle family, which I forget what country they're from, Switzerland or Sweden. I think Switzerland, since they're chocolate basically, is the largest food manufacturing company in the world. They have billions in assets. They are the only company in the world that at the time, I don't know whether it's different now, I don't know whether Amazon or one of these other companies could do it, but that could come up with $1 billion in cash in like 24 hours. Do you know what $1 billion worth of cash? First of all, I don't know how you do it in 24 hours because I don't know one bank that's got $1 billion in cash sitting around. You know, hell, you want to take out $1,000, you got to call the bank the day before now and tell them, hey, I want to come out and take out $1,000 in cash. You know, they'll move it around for you without any problem at all. But if you go in and say you want to take it in cash, you want them to give you the cash, they got to call because banks don't keep money anymore. At least, you know, the ones I deal with. Oh, God. Maybe it's more than 1,000. Maybe it's 10,000 that you have to call up for, you know. But if I had $10,000, I wouldn't worry about calling up for cash. You know, I just take a credit card and spend it all. You can do that. You know, you can take your debit card and spend as much as you want on various products. All right, you can only take. Let's see, mine allows me $700 a day in cash, but I can spend the whole shooting match that I have in the bank. I don't know what it'll go in as pending. It'll take a couple of days to hit my account. Whatever, I don't care. You know. I got the product in my hand. Who cares? You know? But the money, it's funny. When you take out money from the bank, it's deducted instantly from your account. You no longer have access to that money. But if you put $10,000 in your account, it takes like 3 or 4 days for the deposit to hit, to be available. You know? They put. My Social Security check comes on the 3rd. It's actually deposited on the 1st and becomes available on the 3rd. You know? That's just, you know, the way the banks work. You're screwed, you know? I remember when I used to get paychecks, you walk into the bank, and if you deposit it, you had to tell the bank, they had to do this, but you had to tell them to do this. Treat this as cash, which means it was credited to your account instantly. You know, they don't do that anymore. They got ways around it, you know. So they deposit it in another bank. They take all their deposits and deposit them overnight in some Swedish or some Cayman Islands bank and make all kinds of money on you. It's the only way they can do it. They don't make money. They don't make a lot of money otherwise, you know. I'm taking a long time today, but that's just one of the things that's going on in my mind because I don't know, you know, if anything else is going to happen soon. But I mean, he's being given they say his wealth will automatically go to $3 billion. Well, that ought to be able to get him some sort of loan or something someplace for a measly $54 million now. You know, so he can pay his bond. I honestly don't think, because I think it takes a long time to seize property legally. I mean, they can go in and shut the property down, but they can't kick everybody out and say we're going to sell the building tomorrow. I don't think, you know, but they're the U.S. They're the government. Government gets to do all this crap you and I can't do. I don't think God is going to be solved anytime soon. There's too many parties that want to see it keep going, you know. And I don't know whether that the January 6th lawsuits will be postponed or not. I really don't care, to be quite honest with you, because they're going to take a couple of years to get settled, whether they start them tomorrow or not. Trump doesn't want a lot of the information that's contained in that lawsuit to become public before he faces the electorate, because if they did, they'd find out that he did institute the insurrection or whatever you want to call it. That he is responsible, and most people don't care. I mean, his support. When I say most people, his people don't care. So, you know. So what are you guys gonna do this weekend? You know, just for kicks, you can comment on my videos, you know, and tell me to go fuck myself or something like that, or stop doing them. You know, it's like I have an account with Blogger, which I do print and videos. This video will be over there, and I have 1,000 posts there in less than a year, and nobody listens to me. You know, I don't have the financing to go out and publish myself like some of these people do. You know, I don't monetize anything because I don't want to have to do this. This is something I do when I want to do it. I don't want to. It's like a podcast. Say, why don't you do a podcast? I can do a podcast tomorrow morning. But the point about a podcast, in order for a podcast to be successful, excuse me, it has to be sort of on a regular basis. I was putting up videos on YouTube every, I think, Monday night at 8 o'clock or something like that for about a year, if that. And it just got to the point where I couldn't guarantee it. I'd get sick or something like that, and it wouldn't show up, you know, and people lose interest right away. It's like this. I don't know what time I'm going to get this up. You know, I get up I get up at 6:30 in the morning, and by the time I'm out of the house, to walk my dog, it's 8:30, and I don't know how long I'm going to be out there. If it's really hot, I'll be back at 9 o'clock. If it's a nice day, I won't be back till 10:30. You know, I have no schedule, and I don't want one either. You know, I'm not looking to make money off of anything I say or do, except my artwork. You know. And I don't have anything within reach that. Well, I did. Let's see. I have this off. Take this off the wall for a time being. This is a carving I did. Let me see if I can get some light on it here. Yeah, there you go. This is a carving I did a few years ago. You know, Facebook considered this indecent. You know, until I found out that if you complain about something as being immoral or against their policies, the odds are that they will take it down right away. And in this case, they didn't. My appeal, they didn't like it, so I don't care. You know, my wife actually likes this one. Beats the hell out of me why. But that's the only thing I do for monetization of money. You know, I make clocks, I carve things, you know. Right now I do a lot of wood burning, and I'm trying to paint them. This didn't come out real good. Let me show you. This I did yesterday, and this was just an experiment, you know. I'm trying to learn how to do things. At, 78 years old, I'm out there trying to learn how to do artwork, you know. I couldn't do it when I was a kid. I didn't have the time. I was working all the time. Well, look, I'm starting to ramble, and I hate it when I do that because then I lose track of what I'm talking about. So I'll pay attention to what's going on the various news channels to see if there's anything new and exciting to talk about. If there is, I'll be back this afternoon. You know the routine. If not, I'll see you sometime tomorrow morning. Have a good day.